Good morning and welcome to Daf Yomi Maseches Chagigah Daf Yud number 18. I have the pleasure of being joined again by my dear friend Shmuel. He
Thank
really
you.
maybe is my only friend here in Telstone.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. You have a lot of friends in Telstone.
I have a lot of friends, but they're all in it for the money. They realize if they join my share, they think they get a payout when I become famous on YouTube, and I get paid nicely by YouTube. Hopefully in the future, they think they're gonna get a cut in that. But I know Shmuel, you're never gonna ask for a cent, one penny. Shmuel will do it all for free, right, Shmuel?
What? You're getting a cut? You're getting money out of this?
Hopefully one day. I mean, listen, when it becomes more popular, you know,
What?
Shmuel, if you can guarantee me like 10,000 subscribers. If you could work on that, talk to your contacts, your business partners, and tell them about this channel and get me 10,000 subscribers. You'll see a cut also. I'll give you like 2%, 2% of my earnings.
2%?
Yeah, because listen, 10,000 subscribers is, my goal is to have Mr. Beast is the leading, probably the leading. He doesn't have the most subscribers on YouTube, but he is probably the leading channel on YouTube. He has like 90 million subscribers.
Wow.
My goal is not even close to 90 million subscribers. My goal is 1 billion subscribers. 1 billion subscribers. That's my goal. I think the most is like 200 million right now.
Really?
It's something called T-Series. They produce music videos in India, I think it is. Mm-hmm. It is the leading YouTube channel by subscribers. I don't know about views. And I think we're gonna hit 1 billion one day.
Why don't you just do so? You could do it in like in a cinch. I mean, show people how to make ice cubes. You know what I'm saying, do a tutorial how to make ice cubes.
Right, like you put the water in that tray with the cubes, and you put it in a freezer. Is that what you're referring to? Or you're referring to buying the refrigerator that makes ice cubes for you?
I don't know the whole system. I don't know the whole. It's complicated.
They have actually fridges that make ice cubes for you. You don't have to do anything. They just make it for you. That's actually what I want, Shmuel. That's what I want. I want that. What? You want to buy it for me for Purim?
They don't know.
Because Shmuel, I plan on giving you a Mishloach Manos on Purim. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Shmuel, you're my friend, so I have to give one Mishloach Manos.
I told you. Just told the audience that you should call.
The last couple of years, I had one friend, my friend Noam Israel.
Yeah.
He moved to Har Nof. He left me all by myself. He went to teach at a seminary now. His wife is an aim bias at Neve Seminary in Har Nof. And I'm sure he likes it over there. A lot of women over there. I'm joking. He has a wife. He's happily married with kids. But he's in a girls' seminary. That's where he lives. He lives on campus. He gave over being friends with me, actively being friends with me, just to live on a girls' campus. I mean, Shugana, it's crazy. Friends with Benzi Lang, I'm saying,
that's
know what that's worth?
That's what I was telling everybody. You should call this Daf Yomi with Benzion and friends.
Right. I do have other people besides Shmuel that come in randomly and partake in my various adventures over here, like David and Itamar, and a lot of people I've forgotten their names. It's embarrassing a little bit, Shmuel, because a lot of people, they come and they talk to me about my shiurim. They participate. They drink with me or they dance with me.
Once. I think Ibrahim.
And I keep on having to ask them their names. It's kind of embarrassing.
Well, you have to learn.
I don't remember their names.
That's very important. That's what Dale
problem,
Carnegie always says.
Oh yeah, what does he say? What does Dale Carnegie say?
People like hearing their names.
They like when people remember their names, right?
People want to hear the nicest thing to a person's ear.
Yeah.
Is his own name.
He really says that? Shmuel, where you read Dale Carnegie? What is it? He writes books about how to be successful with human beings or something like that. Is that what he writes about?
I don't want to. Well,
what is his books about?
I guess I wasn't really. I have no kind.
You know what?
I guess I flunked out of the Dale Carnegie course because.
But you took it, no? You read his books.
No, I'm just everybody.
Listen, okay. Dale Carnegie apparently he gives advice on how to be a successful human being, how to win people over. I think that's what it says, to win people over.
Right.
I'm going to give you my 2 cents about that. How do you win people over, Shmuel? If I wanted to win people over, how would I do it? Dale Carnegie has his tips. I'll tell you.
You tell them that they sometimes if they look, you tell them they don't look so nice. You say in China.
No, I'll tell you. You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you how you do it? I'll tell you in 2 words.
What?
Be personal. That's what you got to do. Don't reveal your whole history. If you want to reveal your history, reveal the positives, not the negatives. Focus on your positives, not your negatives. But be personal with the person. Be revealing. Show them your personality. And tell them what's going on in your life. And they'll reveal to you what's going on in their life. And they'll be your friends and confidants. And you got to be personal with people. Don't hide behind, masks or facades. Don't try to be who you're not. Be yourself. Be authentic and be personal. And people love that. People love authenticity. They love being personal with people because that's their true friends. Because they know that if they're sharing with them, they're going to want to share back with you. There you have it. Be authentic. 4 words. Be authentic. Be personal. Got it. All right, let's go.
Don't be an authentic. If you put an N in the authentic, you make it authentic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not something to talk about.
People.
All right.
Like authentic.
Actually, it's not bad. Shmuel is kind of personable.
Authentic.
All right, let's go on. So the Gemara says,
Shalom Reb David. He's Reb David. He's also
David. That was my friend also. Reb David. David, say hello. David, Akir, shalom. Shalom. David, ata haver shali. You're my friend? Yeah, well, I'm friends with a lot of people. Really, I do have a lot of friends. All right, let's go on. Gemara says, Reish Lakish, top of Yochem and Aleph, second line. Reish Lakish, we're talking about different makoros, different sources that you have 7 days of tashlumin for 6 days of tashlumin for if you mix the karbanos of Shavuos. The Chag of Katzir. It says by Shavuos, the holiday of the Katzir, of reaping. Ezu Chag shet Chagigah v'Katzir, but Chag is Chagigah. You celebrate with, karbanos. Shalmei Chagigah v'Katzir, and you reap. Reaping is to cut your produce. Which Chag is it? I mean, Omer is Atzeres. It must be Atzeres. Amos. Why is it talking about Ilim b'Yom Tov? It's talking about the first day of Shavuos. Ksira b'Yom Tov Mishari. You're allowed to reap on Yom Tov. There's an Isser. Katzir. You're not allowed to cut down from a tree on Yom Tov. Ella allowed the tashlum. It must be talking about the 6 days following where it's cold and you're allowed to do it. I remember Yochanan challenged him. Ella ma'ata chaga asif. By Sukkot it says the holiday of gathering in. Ezu chag sheish bo asif. Have you omer zeh chag Sukkos? That's chag Sukkos. Email it's even Yom Tov. If some at Yom Tov, first day and the 8th day malacha b'Yom Tov mishari, you're allowed to do ma'amer. Ma'amer is gathering in from the field. You got to do it. Ella b'chol shamoid. Must be talking about chol hamoed. Chol shamoid mishari. Cholamoid, are you allowed to do work on Sukkot? Al Chag Abab is man asif. It doesn't mean asif doesn't mean you're actually doing ma'amah, you're gathering in. It just means that it tells you when it falls out. Chazal should know to koveya the chadashim, that the months that it should fall out during the time of the harvest, which is the fall. Acharav Chag Abab is man ksira. So too the Torah is indicating to you that Shavuot should fall out at the time when you reap from your field at the beginning of the summer. Michlal Tarvayis Sirlu. The Choloshim of the Gemara digresses over here. It comes clear from Reish Lakish or Yochanan, and both of them hold the Chol Shamoid Asr B'Asiyas Malacha. You know how to do Malacha and Chol Hamoed. If you learn Moed Katan with us, you'd realize that obviously it's Asr to do Malacha, certain types of Malacha and Chol Hamoed. But not immediately, we already know this, right? The Gemara does not talk about Moed Katan. It talks about in Chagigah or the Makor that Malacha, certain types of Malacha are Asr and Chol Hamoed. It's not Tana Rabbanan. It's Chag HaMatzos Tishmor Shivas Yomim. You should be Shomer Pesach for 7 days. Limed al Chol Shamoed Asr B'Asiyas Malacha, why 7 days, right? Only the first and 7th day are really Asr B'Asiyas Malacha. Must be Chol Hamoed is also Asr B'Asiyas Malacha. Divrei Rabbi Yoshia. Rabbi Yonasan Omer Eino Sarach. You don't even need this direct pasuk. Kal v'chomer. It's logical. Ma Rishon v'Shvi shein kedusha lifnei l'nacharei. First day and the 7th day, there's no kedusha after them in form. Asr B'Asiyas Malacha is Asr Malacha. Chol Shamoed sheish kedusha lifnei l'nacharei. And Chol Hamoed, which has the first and 7th day of Pesach, what is the word? Bracketing them. Eino din she also B'Asiyas Malacha. Certainly, it's also B'Asiyas Malacha. So the Gemara says no, not so fast. 6 days a week should prove you wrong. Shabbos, right? Bookends, not bracket. Bookends, both. There's Shabbos before the 6 days of the work. We have Shabbos after. And you're allowed to do malacha during 6 days of the week. So the Gemara goes back. You can't bring up proof from the 6 days of creation. There, 6 days of the week. There's no karban musaf. It has more dinim like a yom tov. It has a karban musaf. So Gemara says, no, wait a second. Rosh Chodesh yochia sheish b'karban musaf. It has a karban musaf, and you're allowed to do malacha. You can't recruit from Rosh Chodesh. Ain't called mikra kodesh. It's not called a convocation. It's not called a meeting of kedusha. It not only is it bookended by kedusha, it also is called mikra kodesh. And it's called musa. Mikra kodesh dinu she'asher etzim malacha. So therefore, logically, we could prove that it's asher etzim malacha. Tani, another brisa to tell you that chol hamoed is asher. Kol malachas avodah lo asher. It says you shouldn't do during chol hamoed malachas avodah. Limei chol hamoed asher etzim malacha. The Rav Yosef clearly he says Yosef Gili brings a pasuk, the previous pasuk. You don't need a pasuk. It says these are the appointed days of Hashem. What is it talking about? It's talking about the first day of Yom Tov. It says on the first day of Pesach or Sukkot Shabbos on Im B'Shvi, if it's the 7th or 8th day, it says by Pesach and Sukkot the word Shabbos. It must be talking about Chol Hamoed. Okay, Tani Idach another brisa. Sheish Yamim Tochal Matzos. Eat matzos for 6 days. So Yom Shvi Atzeres Hashem. The 7th day is you hold yourself back. Atzira is holding yourself back from doing malacha. Mashvi Asur. Just like the 7th day, you're held back from doing malacha. Af Sheish Yamim Asur. So too, the previous 6 days, it's included in the same pasuk, right? Sheish Yamim Tochal Matzos. Mashvi. So they're all the psukim. The pasuk links these two different sets of days. The first 6 days. And the last day, so therefore, or the first 6 days are also, you can't do malacha. If the 7th day, just like the 7 days, asur and all malacha, you might think the first 6 days are asur and all malacha. Sounds like on one hand they are asur b'siyas malacha the first 6 days, on the other hand it's not asur b'siyas malacha the first 6 days. It must be the Torah gave over. Chol is not exactly like. Now, when we say 6 days, it doesn't literally mean 6 days because the first day of Pesach is asur, just like the 7th day equally. And so in the middle 5 days. The Chamim were allowed to tell you which malachas are mutter, which malachas are asur on Chol Hamoed. So therefore, Chol Hamoed says malachas avoda, malacha of profit. You're not allowed to profit on Chol Hamoed, but you are allowed to prevent loss. That's the main thing of Davar Avid. You're going to lose money. You're allowed to do malacha to prevent loss. But you're not allowed to do malacha of earning money if you're making profit on Chol Hamoed. Mutarim hesped of Tainei Shol L'Kayim as Divrei Amomrin Atzeres Achar Shabbos. We said in the Mishnah that when you have the Yom Tvoach, you have the day of slaughtering on Sunday. You're allowed to do hesped tainus. You're allowed, even though it really is part of Yom Tov, so to speak, because you have tashlum in that day, and you bring the karbanos of Yom Tov on that day. You're allowed to eulogize. You're allowed to have a tainus. Oh, David, David's gonna like this Gemara. We'll see. The reason the Mishnah says the reason is because the Saddukin said that it was talking about when it falls out on Sunday, the Yom Tov on Sunday. If you don't allow hesped and tainus, people are going to say Sunday is always atzeres, macharas and Shabbos. Shavuos always falls out on Sunday, as opposed to macharas and Shabbos starts counting. Pascha starts counting after the first day of Yom Tov. Shabbos is not literal. So the Gemara says, "Itmar ma'isa mesa Alexa, the Lud, Alexa died. Who's Alexa? David, Mize Alexa, Belud. It says Alexa died in Lud. You know who Alexa is?
He didn't kill her.
Shmuel, you know who Alexa is?
Alexa? It sounds like some Greek.
No, Alexa is the auto-generated voice of Amazon. Did you know that? Alexa, the personal assistants. There's Apple has Siri. You ask Siri questions. When you take your smartphone and you ask them questions, or your computer and you ask them questions, Siri for Apple. Google has just assistant. Alexa is Amazon. Alexa died in Lud. Apparently Alexa. Alexa Balud. Alexa died in Lud. Apparently a man died in Lud. Amazon named their voiceover Alexa in commemoration of this Alexa that died in Lud many years ago. Did you know that? It's a random fact. David doesn't know that fact, but We're learning something about Amazon. Amazon
okay, enough.
learned
Let's go.
Daf Chagigah.
Let's go. Let's
I'm
get
joking.
into the Gemara now.
I'm joking. All right, I'm joking.
No, it's not
okay.
a joke. It's just
Alexa is. I don't know if Amazon knows about Masech Chagigah Daf Yoches. I'm sure they sell article Gemaras on Amazon if you want to buy, but I don't know if it comes with a music player that uses Alexa.
it's Latanis. It's Latanis.
What do you say? All he said is Aser except for.
Latanis avodah zarah.
Yeah, it's avodah zarah, not to joke around. If you joke around, right? Leitzanus is avodah zarah. You make fun of avodah zarah. What's avodah zarah? Avodah zarah is when you're too serious in life. That's what avodah zarah is. You're too serious in life. Everything has to be meaningful. It has to be serious. No, what's meaningful is having a good time. That's what's meaningful. Hadar ha'achi chashuv v'chayim liot sameach. Liot sameach. Even Rav Nachman Breslau, liot sameach, liot have fun. Yeah, I'm saying that's the purpose of life. Everyone thinks, oh, you have to be meaningful. You know, I see all over the place. They talk about everything has to be kosher. You know, if you look at all the advertisements in Mishpacha magazine, kosher fun. They tell you the day camp is going to be the sleepaway camp is going to be an amazing sleepaway camp. But before that, they give you a list of all the chashuv rabbanim that are going to be on the chinuch staff, and they're going to be madrich your son in the right way. It has to be fun. Of course, they're having fun in the picture on the bottom. They're having fun on those slides in the water. But then they have a big half of the page talks about all the chashuv rabbanim who are going to be mechanech your child to grow up like a ben Torah. So they want you. This is the way the world works now. They want you to have fun, right? But it has to be kosher fun. You even have this podcast, which is becoming pretty famous here on YouTube over here. Kosher money. Your money has to be kosher. It talks about how you make your money kosher. You know, some people are tovel in the mikvah. They put their money, the dollar bills, they put it in the mikvah. Some people, they actually... No, some people actually pour hot water on their money. You know, they do hagal on their money. And some people actually take a blowtorch. They light their money.
That's not a good idea.
They light their money on fire because it's called kosher money. No, I have nothing wrong. It's actually a nice podcast, this show. But what's this title? Everything has to be kosher in this world? What's kosher is having a good time. That is, by definition. Kosher does not mean you have to be serious. Being serious is avodah zarah. Having a good time in life, that's what Hashem wants. Hakol mutar, exactly. That is what's meaningful in life, to have a good time. It's the same thing. There's no such thing as being serious and also having a good time. Having a good time is seriousness. Yes, even these guys.
Wish you were here. You remember that? That was a guy on the television show. He said he was an Indian. His name was Having a Good Time. Wish you were here.
All right. Now I made my point. I hope you all listen to it.
It made no sense. Ad kan yitzer hara, I would say that. I would say that ad kan yitzer hara.
There you go. Ad kan yitzer hara. Shmuel is the most meaningful guy in the world. He will never crack a joke, Shmuel.
No, I'm never. Shapika said, anyone want you could quote me on this. He would say.
Yeah. What?
He would say you could quote me on this.
Yeah. What did he say?
I stand by it 100%. Life is to have fun. Life is to enjoy. You learn Torah, you're having fun. You're davening, you're enjoying life. You're doing mitzvahs. You're right, you're supposed to have fun. But how do you have fun? By going to the pinball machines. The whole day, the pinball machines. That's what you're doing. Behind the pinball machines.
Listen, honestly, I'm saying...
When he go to pinball machine, so let's more calm and... when you're learning, happy in learning, happening,
the doesn't like it. It's malchama. That's right.
Listen, everybody here knows when you learn.
It's a real simcha.
95% of the time. No. I want to be honest with you. Be honest with me. Most of the time, when people learn, 95% of the time, it's hard. It's hard to learn. No. Everyone agrees. All the Rabbanim say that it's hard to learn. Eventually, you can get a masikus, you get a sweetness out of it, just like any other thing. If you work on a math problem for a long time, a chess game, you become smart, and you get a success in the math problem. When Einstein figured out E equals mc squared, I'm sure he was happy, right? He was happy also, Einstein, right? When E equals mc squared, he was very happy, but he worked 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration. I'm saying you're happy also, but it is hard. Torah learning is hard. We have to do it. It's a mitzvah. But most of the life we should dedicate to enjoying ourselves, right? Mitzvos lav lahanos nitnu. They're lav lahanos nitnu.
That reminds me, I have to drink some more coffee.
Oh boy! All right, we're getting into arguments over here. This is good. All right. So the Gemara continues on the bottom. Alexa Blud. This is amazing. I like it. I like when there's tension in the room over here. A lot of people are getting angry at me. This is great. All right. Someone died, and they went to eulogize him. Tarfon wouldn't let them eulogize because it was Shavuos. The Gemara says, why would they have a Havamina to eulogize on a Yom Tov itself? If Yom Tov Mika Asu, no one's going to come to a eulogy on Yom Tov. It wasn't actually Atzeres, it was the extension day to do the Shechita that you missed doing on the first day. Lo Kash, as you see that it's Asher Behespet. Whereas it's Lo Kash. Kam Yom Tov Shchal Yos Achar Shabbos. Kam Yom Tov Shchal Yos B'Shabbos. The Mishnah was talking about Yom Tov fell on Shabbos, and therefore the Yom Tov was on Sunday. There, you're allowed to eulogize, so we shouldn't be mistaken like the Sadukim. But a regular Yom Tov fell on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, Yom Tov is the next day, so that's not going to conflict. That's not going to lead us astray with the Sadukim, so therefore you're allowed to restrict eulogies on the Yom Tov. Okay, new Mishnah, Yud Chet Amud Beis. A little complicated stuff, Tumas and Taros, but it's smooth sailing with Benti Lang. We take it smooth over here. We don't have problems with these Gemaras because you'll see why. All right. Mishnah says, "No liyadayim l'chulin l'maisel l'truma l'kodesh matbilin l'chatas." All right. So, just a little background over here that the Chum instituted. You have to until yadayim. We'll see before you eat bread, right? You want to eat bread. If you have stam yadayim, we're talking about yadayim that you don't know, you forgot about whether they touched something impure or not. So you want to eat bread, l'chulin, you have to wash them. U'lemaiser, if you want to eat maiser sheni, you have to wash them. U'letruma, you have to wash them. U'lekodesh matbilin, for kodesh, you want to eat karbonos, and you're not sure about your yadayim, you have to actually be tovelim in the mikvah. U'lechatas, in nitmu yadav, nitma gufo. By chatas, mechatas, this is the highest stringency, mechatas is water that you use for purifying someone who came in contact with tumas hameis. Im nitmu yadav nitma gufo. This is a new chiddush. For sure, stam yadayim, you have to be tovel the hands in the mikvah. But if you know for sure that your hands became tamei, then your whole body, only by mechatas, you have to do your whole tvilo, your whole body has to be tovel in the mikvah. Tovel l'chulin, huchzak l'chulin. If you're tovel with intention, I want to be tovel in order to eat chulin. Tovel your yadayim or your body, but let's say you're just your yadayim. Huchzak l'chulin. So therefore, you have a chazaka that you could use those hands to eat chulin, asher l'maiser, but you're still asher because you intended when you did this tefillah of yadayim only for chulin. So therefore, you can't use it for maiser, which has more kedusha. Maiser sheni is more kedusha than chulin. Tava l'maiser, huchzak l'maiser. If you only had intention for maiser, so it's huchzak. It's a chazaka. You use it for maiser. Also, the truma, but you can't use it when you eat truma. You have to wash your hands again. Tava l'truma, huchzak l'truma. Also the kodesh, when you have a chazaka that you were told by your hands for truma, you intended for truma, so you're still asher to eat kodesh. You have to actually do tefillah in the mikvah for that. Tavel the kodesh, kodesh also the chatas. Again, the chatas, the mechatas is one level higher. Therefore, you have to have intention also the chatas. Tavel the chomer, but if you're tovel for the more chomer one like chatas, mutter lakal, then you're going to be mutter the kodesh and so on and so forth. Tavel lo huchzak. If you're tovel v'lo huchzak, you didn't have a chazaka. Meaning the chazaka we'll learn it throughout Shas means that there's a chazaka. I mean, you know for sure that you are tovel, and therefore it establishes a chazaka mikara that your hands are tar. Kil lo tovel. So if you lose that chazaka, you lose that chazaka. It's like you weren't tovel at all. Big day am haaretz medras laprushin. The begadim am haratzim, like Shmuel and me and David.
We're nice jacket.
We're am haratzim.
That's members only, Nachal.
Members only.
Members only.
זה מפלסטיק, זה מקבל טומאה?
Come, David. Am I an Am Aretz,
חס
David?
ושולם.
Is Shmuel an Am Aretz?
חס ושולם.
Are you an Am Aretz?
חס ושלום.
אני כן.
הוא תלמיד חכם גדול.
David says he's an Am Aretz.
אפילו הוא עם הארץ, אני לא, אפילו
So come, I want to touch your clothes over here. I want to touch your jacket.
זה פלסטיק.
Come, quick.
זה לא, זה
quick.
פלסטיק, זה לא...
David said
זה פלסטיק, זה לא מקבל
David
פלסטיק.
said he's an Am Aretz, so he's the only Am and Talmud Chacham. We're Prussian. He's an Am Aretz, but your begadim, big day Am Aretz, Medrash LaPrussian, means I need to go to the mikvah. All right, is the men's mikvah open right now? We have to go right after the shir, all right? But you have to pay for me because you're the Am Aretz, all right?
אני
That's
הייתי
your
קודם,
fault.
יש לי מנוי. אני כבר הייתי היום, יש לי מנוי.
Alright, he's giving me the key. What is this thing?
זה המנוי למקווה.
How many times can you go with this thing?
Once a day.
Once a day?
Yes.
You already went.
כן.
All
אז
right.
תלך מחר, בעזרת
Alright,
השם.
מחר. It's
אבל
David's
זה
fault.
טמא.
יפה.
David,
David.
thank you. So here's begadim. If we touch David's begadim, it's a medrash. Medrash means that if you lean your weight on it, it actually acquires a status. Like if you're an avatuma, it makes your clothing that you wear an avatuma. So big day Amar, it's medrash the Prussian. For a Prussian like me and Shmuel, that we're careful in Hilchos Tuma V'Tara. Again, no one's careful in Hilchos Tuma V'Tara nowadays, so it really doesn't apply. But normally in time of the Beis Hamikdash, big day Amar, it's medrash the Prussian. It would be considered, if we don't know the status of their clothing, we assume that a nida sat on clothes, and therefore we have to be tovel the clothing before we wear it. Big day Prussian medrash the Truma. If Prussian that are not Kohanim, right, we assume that their begadim also have a tuma if they want to eat truma with it. Big day Elchal Truma measures the Kodesh. Again, Kohanim who are careful in truma, they're people who bring a korban. They can't wear those clothes when they eat the korban. Big day Kodesh measures the Chatas. Big day Kodesh are not good enough if you want to handle the mechatas. Yosef ben Yoezer was one of the Chasidim, the pious people among the Kuna. V'haisam if Pachto measures the Kodesh. Even though he's a Kohen and he ate Truma a lot, still his handkerchief was considered Medrash the Kodesh. Yochanan Gudgada Hayochal Taras HaKodesh Kol Yamav, he would make sure that he would be on the level of eating karbanos all his time. Haisam Pacho Medrash Zachatas. Still, his handkerchief was considered Medrash Zachatas. That's one level above him. So the Gemara says Chulin Umaiser Miboni Til Sedayim. The Mishnah says if you want to eat Chulin, we'll see the letter. It means bread. Umaiser. Do they name it Til Sedayim? Mishnah says you need to deal with Shadayim. But a minahu, a truma, truma and bikurim, chayav min alei and misa v'chomesh. If a zar eats them, a non-kohen eats them, he's chayav misa v'shamayim. And if you eat them unintentionally, you're chayav a penalty of a chomesh, 1/5. Also lezarim, again, these things can't be eaten by non-kohanim. Hey nechsei kohen, they belong to the kohen. But olim be'echad omeya, they're batel 1 in 100. But tohen dudin, tilas yadayim. You have to wash your hands if you have stam yadayim. You don't know if they're tamei or not. Erev Shemesh, and if your body became tamei, you have to be told on mikvah, and you have to wait till sunset in order to eat these things. Harei el b'truma b'kurim. These halachas apply by truma b'kurim. Ma'ashe'enkev and ma'aser v'kolshkem b'chulin, but they do not apply to ma'aser and chulin. So you see over here, Ntilas Yadayim is only by truma b'kurim, not by ma'aser and chulin. Kasha ma'aser and ma'aser, kasha chulin and chulin. Question both ma'aser and chulin. The Gemara says bishlam ma'aser lo kasha arameir arbana. We can answer this. That's machlokes tanaim with arameir arbana. That's not call it ton bios ma'im divrei sofrim. Betamis HaKodesh V'Bos HaTruma Mutar L'Chulin L'Maiser Divrei Meir. Rabbi Meir is the one who says that Maiser is mutar. Anything that needs bias might be divrei sofrim, like if you're stam yadayim, or you touch a rishon l'tuma, water that's liquid that's a rishon l'tuma, makes your hands a sheni l'tuma, or you touch svarim, like you touch parchment. Metame is HaKodesh, it makes Kodesh tamei. Kodesh, when you make something tummy, it means it transmits tumah to it, so it can make something else tummy also. Kodesh becomes a revi. Postal said truma. If you're a sheni, you're a daim or a shniyim, so you can your postal the truma. You make the truma shlishi l'tuma, but shlishi l'tuma truma can't become any more tummy. Mutar l'chulin l'maiser. The Rebbe Meir says mutar l'chulin l'maiser. Chamor osher l'maiser. The chamra machmir is a maiser. Also, it asks that you have to wash your hands from maiser. So the Rebbe Meir says it's like the brayso, so you don't have to wash your hands from maiser. Come say you do. El chulin chulin kash. We're still left with the question chulin chulin. Lo kash. Kan v'chila kan v'negia. Chulin. If you come to eat chulin, then you have to wash your hands. Negia, touching it, that was the subject of the brayso, so you don't have to wash your hands. Maskil Rav Simi bar Ashi. I can lo pligi Rabbanan l'Rei Meir. Rav Simi Rashi said Rabbanan only argue Rei Meir el b'achil the meiser el b'negia the meiser achil the chulin lo pligi. they agree by touching meiser and eating chulin lo pligi. They would agree to Reb Meir that it's mutter. El idi v'idi be'achila. Both are talking. Both opinions are talking about achila lo kasha kam achila and hama kam achila the piri. If you're eating fruits, you don't have to wash your hands for chulin. If you're eating bread, like we know, there's the halacha. You don't have your hands. Tam yadayim. You have to wash your hands. You have to do hilas yadayim for eating bread. The Amar of Nachman kol notel yad leperos or yizem agase aruach. If you wash your hands for eating fruit, you are considered someone who is haughty, a haughty person. If you wash your hands for bread, you're not a haughty person. Shmuel is known to wash his hands for bread 6 times, right? Because he has 6 meals every morning. He has 6 meals.
That's right.
He eats one half a slice of bread, then benches another half a slice of bread. He washes his hands 6 times in order to mekayim 6 days like Sheish Mei Breishis. And on Shabbos, he washes 7 times.
That's right.
This is the kedusha of a porish, like Shmuel. Shmuel is one of the prushim. David says I'm a porish, but I'm not sure about that. I might be an Am Aretz, but David says he's an Am Aretz. He said it himself. And this Reb David over here, he is a Kohen. You're a Kohen, right? He's a Kohen, so he's a Kohen. Eats truma. You eat truma, David? You eat truma?
It's truma. It's tzad.
When you eat truma, you wash your hands. Reb David, I'm going to give you my truma, all right? All right, be well, everybody. Yeah, David, we're going to give David some truma tomorrow.
That's right.
I'm gonna buy some fruits from the makolet. We'll give you some truma, and David's gonna eat his truma. He's gonna wash his hands. We're gonna have video of David washing his hands before he eats the truma, and it's gonna be great, right? You say a bracha, baruch da Hashem
Fantastic.
al achilas truma. You say a
I think
bracha.
Trump is going to come here tomorrow.
Trump is gonna come. Trump is not Jewish, but he might be a parish. He's not an Amaritz, right? All right, bye.